how's it going? My name's Nat. Welcome to Newsbreak. Why the world is running out of sand. An incredible rocket rescue. And the smelliest sea foam ever, apparently. And if you're new here, why not hit subscribe? Ding. The United Nations has warned that the world is on the cusp of a sand crisis. Sand is used for lots of important things, like building materials, but now experts reckon we could be using too much of it too quickly, which could lead to some big environmental problems.
I work for a specialist security service. We deal with high-profile individuals on the daily. My client here is probably one of the hardest I've ever had to protect, but it's got to be done. Could you just step back a bit? I don't want you to get too close. Thanks.
Yep, you might not think it, but this, high-profile individual is a really important resource, and it could be in trouble. See, sand is the most used natural resource in the world after water. It's used to make glass, concrete, and many other building materials. And according to a recent UN report, global consumption has tripled in the past couple of decades to 50 billion tonnes every year. It takes hundreds of thousands of years for sand to be naturally created.
Which means we humans are going through it way faster than nature can replace it. Hey, step away.
And of course, you can't take so much sand, such a high volume of anything actually, without having a large impact on the environment.
When too much sand gets taken from beaches, it can make coastlines more vulnerable to big storms. And it can cause other problems in river ecosystems too. The UN has called for a ban on taking sand from beaches and instead wants more reusing of sand from recycled materials like old concrete, which they say will help avoid a sand crisis.
I might be out of a job, but honestly, it's a boring client. It doesn't even talk to me.
Sydney Kings superstar Jalen Adams has taken home the NBL's Most Valuable Player award. He won the Andrew Gaze Trophy after an incredible season. Tonight, though, it's all about the semi-final series between the Tasmania Jack Jumpers and Melbourne United. The Jack Jumpers have made it to the finals in their first ever season in the league. Imagine using a helicopter to catch a rocket as it falls back to Earth. When I say it out loud, it sounds kind of ridiculous, but it's actually something an American company has been experimenting with. Here's Leela.
No rocket gets left behind. We're going to save this rocket using a helicopter to catch it.
Not if I have anything to do with it.
Yeah, this concept is so dramatic, it could be a big scene in an action film. But it's not about saving the world or stopping an evil villain. It's about saving money.
My view is that if we can use a rocket twice, I've just doubled my production, and that's awesome.
You see, this part of the rocket typically ends up in the ocean after launch. So naturally, this company were like, oh, let's just use a hook mounted on a helicopter to catch it and we can reuse it.
I'm pretty confident that if the helicopter pilots can see it, they'll catch it.
They haven't actually done it yet. They've been running capture tests for years now. And in a couple of days, the company will make their first real rescue attempt.
Here's hoping no evil villains get in the way.
Strange, cool, and interesting. These next stories will make you feel like you've stepped out of 2022 and into a sci-fi movie. This massive robot in Japan is capable of things humans can only dream of. But in this demonstration, it's helping the Japanese railway system make some urgent repairs. It's controlled using a VR headset and can carry objects up to 40 kilos, up to a height of 10 meters. Like a creature from outer space, it's the attack of the sea foam. On the surface of the Colombian River, locals have been complaining about swathes of stinky, rotting sea foam. Officials say it's being caused by soaps and detergents that are being dumped in the river. But some people aren't convinced because it's mega smelly. And finally, the future of marble statues could be robotic. What normally takes a skilled artist years to complete is now accomplishable with a metal arm in a fraction of the time. These folks in Italy have traded those years of chipping away with developing the software to do it instead. Well, that's all the news we've got for you today. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now. Oh, and if you're new here, why not hit subscribe? It's a button, it's down there. And for that, you can get to see a little bit of TV magic. Great job, Matt.